Let me show you how to cut this 10 pieces princess dart gown. This is a style illustration, so I'm going to be doing this with a paper, but I'm going to be calling my measurements in inches as if I am cutting directly on my fabric. Okay, so this paper is on a fold. That's my bust point, my nipple point, my under bust point, and my blouse length. So the blouse length for this gown is 2 inches away from my under bust point. 2 inches away from my under bust point. Okay, 2 inches away from my under bust point, remember. So now the first thing I went ahead to do for the front part, was to mark my shoulder point. So because this is a sleeveless gown, so you're going to minus 1 inch from your shoulder point. So my shoulder point is 17, so 17 minus 1 inch, that is 16. 16 divided by 2, that is 8. So I'm going to mark 8 inches at the top and at my bust point line. Okay, so now after doing this, I took my neck width at 5 inches. The next thing I went ahead to do was to connect my neck width to my blouse length. Okay, see the way I'm placing my ruler? That's how you're going to place your ruler when you are marking your own. Okay, so I connected it to my blouse length. I stepped my shoulder line down by half an inch because you guys know that our shoulders are not straight. Okay, so you step it down by half an inch, and at that point I also came in by half an inch. So I drew my shoulder line. After drawing my shoulder line, I just inserted my armhole. Okay, at my bust point, I marked circumference of my bust divided by 4, and I marked it there. Okay, so after marking it there, the next thing I went ahead to do was to insert my armhole curve. So this is what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, sitting pretty and beautiful. Okay, so now the next thing I went ahead to do was my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. You're going to mark it. Your nipple to nipple measurement, you're going to mark it at the blouse length, and you're going to mark it at the nipple point. Nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. You connect the lines together. So after connecting my lines together, see how I'm connecting it? That's how you're going to connect yours to the armhole. Okay, so now after connecting to the armhole, at my blouse length, I marked 1 inch on both sides. At my under bust point too, I marked 1 inch on both sides. So after marking 1 inch on both sides, I connected the 2 points together with a straight line. So now after doing this, I connected my nipple point to my under bust point with a triangular line. Okay, so now after doing this, ladies and gentlemen, at my armhole, I came down by 1 inch. Okay, so now after coming down by 1 inch, I just connected it to my nipple point. Okay, so after connecting it to my nipple point, I extended that line and I marked 1 inch. That extension, you want to make sure that it's as long as 1 inch. Okay, so now after doing that, the next thing I went ahead to do was the distance between these 2 points. I added it back to my bust measurement. Okay, so after adding it back to my bust measurement, I just went ahead to connect everything together. Sure, you see I'm connecting it? That's how you're going to connect yours. Okay, so now after doing all this, I marked circumference of my under bust divided by 4. Then distance between these 2 points, I added it back because you guys know we're going to cut it out. Okay, at my blouse length, I marked circumference of my waist divided by 4. The distance between those 2 points, I added it back. Okay, so now this is what we have here, ladies and gentlemen. The next thing I went ahead to do was to connect all my measurements together. Now after doing this, the next thing I went ahead to do was to add sewing allowance. You can add 1 inch, you can add 2 inches. Me, whenever I draft my patterns, I always add just 1 inch seam allowance. Okay, so after adding the allowance, I just went ahead to connect my markings together, and this is what we have here, ladies and gentlemen. So now the next thing I went ahead to do was to cut it out. Now I decided to show you guys the cutting part in case I have beginners watching me, so they don't really get confused. Okay, so I just went ahead to cut out the parts I did not need, and I left the parts that I needed. So after cutting it, ladies and gentlemen, after arranging it, this is what it looks like. This is what we have here for the front part. You can see it's looking like what we have in the picture already. Okay, so this is how to cut the front part of the blouse part of this gown. Let me not bite my tongue. Okay, now so for the back part, this is the piece for the back part, and the first thing I went ahead to do was to mark out my zip allowance. So you can work with 1 inch zip allowance. So that's my bust point, my nipple point, my under bust point, and my half blouse. You can decide to, and my blouse length, not half blouse. And remember, the blouse length is 2 inches away from your under bust point. Okay, so now for the back part, you can choose to put a princess dart, or you can also choose to insert your normal dart. For this tutorial, I worked with my normal dart. Okay, so remember that for the front we took our neck width at 5 inches. So for the back, you also take the neck width at 5 inches. Okay, neck width 5 inches, neck depth 1 inch. Now you can work with neck depth of 1 inch, but if you want to do a v-neck, you can go as much as 6 inches, 7 inches, however wide you want it. So for my shoulder, I marked whatever I marked in the front for my shoulder is what I marked in the back. So since I minus 1 inch from my shoulder width, I just marked 8 inches. Remember, we divided our shoulder by 2 minus 1 inch. Okay, so that's how you get this sleeveless gown. So I stepped my shoulder line down by half an inch, and at that point I marked circumference of my bust divided by 4, and I just went ahead to insert my armhole curve. Okay, I went ahead to insert my armhole curve. So after inserting my armhole curve, the next thing I went ahead to do was to mark my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. I marked it at my nipple point, and at my blouse length I also marked my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2, and I drew a straight line. So my nipple to nipple measurement is 8, so divided by 2, that is 4. Just for context. So at that my blouse length, I marked half an inch on both sides, and I connected it to my nipple point. So we just inserted the back dart here, ladies and gentlemen. So now after doing this, the next thing I just went ahead to do was to mark circumference of my underbust divided by 4, and I also went ahead to mark circumference of my waist divided by 4. So now the next thing I went ahead to do was to add 2.5 inches sewing allowance. Okay, I added 2.5 inches sewing allowance. You can add 2 inches, you can add 2.5 inches, you can add, in fact you can add whatever you want to do, or you can just take the distance between these 2 points and you add it back to the measurement. Okay, so me, when I have a dart, I like to play around with 2.5 inches. Okay, so now this is what we have here for the back part, and I was just trying to explain all these things I've said to you guys. I was just trying to explain it here to you people. So now this is what the back part looks like. So after drafting it like this, the next thing I went ahead to do was to cut it out. Okay, so you guys, remember I told you that I added 2.5 inches for seam allowance. 1 inch is for picking the dart. The 1 inch is for the normal seam allowance. The half inch is in case anything happens. Okay, so now this is the back part, and by the time I open it up, this is what we have here for the back part of this gown. Okay, I just went ahead to open the pieces up. I don't even know why I was doing this but you guys, I was just trying to get the best angle for you people. Okay, so now after opening it up, this is what we have here for the back part. Very simple, very straightforward, very demure, like people will say. So now this gown has a band. Okay, so for me, just looking at the band, it looks like the length of this band is 3 inches. So but you can work with whatever you want to work. Okay, so mark for the band, you're going to mark your waist divided by 4. Remember that this is on a fold. Okay, so your waist divided by 4, then you take the length of the band at 3 inches. Okay, remember to add seam allowance, because when I was cutting this I forgot to add seam allowance. So for the back part, also remember to add zip allowance. Then you take your desired length and width. Okay, that's for your waist. Remember, it's your waist measurement that you're working with for the band. Okay, so now this gown is a 10 pieces gown. So to get how you are going to appropriate each piece, your waist measurement divided by 10 plus 1 inch. That 1 inch is joining allowance, half inch on the left hand side and half inch on the right hand side. So my waist now is 32. 32 divided by 10, that's 3.2, plus 1 inch joining allowance, that is 4.2 inches. Okay, so now I folded my fabric. So after folding your fabric, you're going to draw a straight line to make sure that the measurement is accurate on all sides. I'm just going to come here and mark 4.2 inches. So after marking 4.2 inches, you're going to mark out your desired length for how long you want the skirt to be. Then for the width at the bottom, what you're going to do is whatever you mark, like me now, since I marked 4.2 at the top, I'm going to come to the bottom and mark 8.4. Okay, if you want it very wide. But if you don't want it very wide, whatever you mark at the top, at the bottom, maybe you can add 2 inches to whatever you marked at the top and mark it at the bottom. So let's say if you mark 4.2 inches at the top, at the bottom you can mark maybe 6.2 inches. But me, I would highly recommend you multiply whatever you marked at the top by 2 and mark it at the bottom. So this is what we have here for the skirt part. Okay, you're going to cut 10 pieces of this, 5 for front and 5 for the back. So 5 for the front part and 5 for the back part. Remember, for the back part, right, the middle of the back part, remember to add zip allowance. Okay, remember to add, if you are adding zip allowance for the back part, the zip allowance is going to be on the number 8 piece. Okay, let me just show you that shortly. Just hold on. So this is what the front part looks like, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what the back part looks like. So for the back part, the zip allowance is going to be on the number 8 piece, and I've shown you guys how to add zip allowance. So remember to add zip allowance to the back part, that's this number 8 piece. Add zip allowance to it when you're cutting it. This is what it looks like with the band. I told you guys that I forgot to add seam allowance. Okay, so just ignore that error. So this is what the front part looks like with the band and with the 5 pieces for the front. We also have 5 pieces for the back. So this gown has a flounce design in front. So after cutting your flounce, you're going to pleat it into this desired design. Okay, I have a detailed tutorial on how to cut a flounce here on this channel, so check the link in the description box or in the comment section. Okay, so you guys, I have detailed beginner class. I also have very detailed pattern drafting class. So if you want to join any of these classes, hit me up on this number on my WhatsApp.